The story goes like this. So basically, I'm a Sindhi, and we know if you've read our history about India-Pakistan separation. So my father or grandfather was a big zamindar in Pakistan, but due to India-Pakistan war, our parents or grandparents chose to come to India. And then we got shifted to Ajmer, Rajasthan, where I was born. And my Dadaji was a big person, a very big person, like authority wise and having his own land and zamindar and all. I have never seen a village because we are deprived of that. We don't have Sindh anymore in our country now. But that gave him a big attack. Like he went into trauma and he became mad. You can see he was not in the senses. Whatever money he had, he was just cutting them off, just staring. He just lost because he couldn't see everything was left, and with so many kids, he had to come here. My father, at the age of 10, he started working to take care of Dadi and other siblings, and it was difficult. And then as he grew up, he got married, and then somebody in Bombay called him, like, Bombay will be better than Ajmer, and he came, left the family there. This thing is needed because now I told you the story is different. Now I can relate to the struggles of my parents. Initially, I used to not. So that's the whole point. And then he took a small house, 2 BHK in Virar, which most of the people not in Bombay would not be knowing. Very small place. Now it's quite developed. It was in 1980, okay, 1976 or something, or 8, and something like that. Okay. So he started working very hard to get everything met, all the needs met. And we were kids were born at Ajmer only, but then he decided that we can get the family here. So I was just 5 when I came here, and I had a younger sister. So we were now comes my story. So that was a struggle for life, and we were 8 kids, and I was 7th out of them. And we are 6 sisters and 2 brothers, and my 2 brothers are elder brothers. Like I have first sister, 2 brothers, and then remaining 5 sisters. And so the struggle was that there was only enough for food and basic clothing. You can buy a dress only on a birthday or Raksha Bandhan and Diwali. So 3 festivals we used to only buy new clothes, and food used to be very, very basic, no luxurious con what we have nowadays. So it used to be quite basic and all. And I believe I was born as a premature child. I somehow believe, I don't know, because all the deliveries of my mom happened in the house. So she never visited her doctor or a hospital, and we don't have our birth certificates. So that's strange. Many people feel it, and so I believe that way because we did not get any vaccination, no BCG, nothing at all, and I was attacked by a virus, polio virus, at the age of 6 months. Okay, so my legs were crippled. I couldn't stand. There was left leg, it was afflicted. My mother did not even realize, and I used to feel very bad about it initially when I came to know. My daddy used to tell. So, because every child was born at the gap of 1.5 year or 1 year, every year or a year and a half, kids were there. And now I get it how difficult it would be there. But then I used to judge my parents to why they had to have so many kids. And when they couldn't take care of me, I used to blame them a lot initially. And internally, of course, not externally. That what was the need? If there was a boy child need, they were there already. So why we, when you couldn't even provide good things? So I was in the fever 6 months में, and that fever took over to my limbs, and the limb, I could not even keep it down. And my daddy had gone to some other place. She came back, and then she just lifted me up, and she saw, okay, this child is not able to pick up the leg. She just stretched it. I couldn't, and I used to cry a lot. And then they took me to the Hyderabad hospital. There's some orthopedic hospital. I've just heard from my granny, and they gave some strap to tie, some tightening things because the baby's limbs are soft, so it could have stretched back. So my mother used to tie it in the night, but I used to cry or maybe yell a lot, and maybe that's why my throat got affected a lot, because I had a history of laryngitis and all, which I'll tell you the story later. And my father used to shout because he used to not get time to sleep and rest. We used to like remove that thing out so that I can sleep. And mama, out of fear or out of, confusion what to do, she just let it be. And that's why the healing happened, that hospital really worked. So at least I could keep my feet down. So now, I think around 20-30% handicap is there even now. But then I used to feel, so I used to be called a cripple, the people on the road used to call. I mean, I grew up with inferiority. I couldn't play the way other kids used to be playing. And of course, the story was told to me by my granny, not my mom and dad. So I had the distance with them, unknowingly. Now because I'm into healing work, because I'm into belief system, I've relived those memories, I've relived my birthing, everything, and I've healed quite a part of mine. But if you would have asked me this story some years ago, I would be in tears and sharing it. Now only memories there is no emotion attached. Okay, no emotion as in I don't have that. I mean, the blame part of my parents, especially, which is a quite healing thing. So, so I spent my childhood as a handicap, not playing outdoor games, and I was kept aside. Nobody would pick me in a group so that they wouldn't win if they take me. So that used to be there. I used to feel I'm not good enough because of that, and I'm not loved enough. And there was nobody even now I'm feeling something. So there was nobody even sitting and talking like, honey, my name was Meena then. Okay, so in our custom in Sindhi, after marriage, we change our name. So, I mean, there was nobody to even talk to, even though we had a big family. But everybody was kind of busy in their work and everything. So it was kind of, uh, it was difficult, right? It was difficult for a child to be labeled as that, as from the schooling. That's sorry. Let me. So I was very thin, very dark, and always felt different from the group because everybody else was playing around. So I was feeling different. But there was I don't know, there was some ambitious girl inside who wanted to do a lot in the world. So initially, I wasn't a bright student. I was into my own zone because I was feeling left out. I used to do work for my people, in the classroom. The boys and all used to go and play. I used to complete their work. In the girls, sometimes recess when they used to play, I used to be at one place. And people used to show kind of sympathy, few of them, which I didn't really like it, even as a child. And I don't know where to start. So basically, yeah. So till third, I was an average child. There was a preparation. You can go to Division A if you're in the top 20 ranks in Division B. So I was in first B. Somehow I passed with good marks because B and all dapper kids were there. So I was in top 20. Came into second A. Went into 30th because second May everybody was topper. Went to third B. Again came to fourth A. So so that way I was then at fourth A I realized we had a board exam that time. Now we don't have it. That ours was only batch. And I stood 10th rank, which was a great thing for me. And then I never went to B because then I was then. So then I realized that maybe studies is something which I can prove myself, can get appreciation, can get some reward. At home, nobody bothered about the studies. I understand there were so many kids. And my dadi, my chachi, like so much work, no servants and all. Now I believe everything is done at home by servants. I don't do any work. And now I understand how mama used to manage with 8 kids and all. So that time, of course, as I told you, I used to blame them. And as a child, because we never told them, give us a birth. Oh my God, I'm sorry, mom, dad. Okay. So, so now I realize how difficult their parenting was. But there was no time, there was no motivation, no inclination. Nobody was bothered. Okay, like you have to get signed. But when I got 10th rank or something good, so Papa felt a little happy that this girl is doing something. Okay, before me, all the kids, 6 kids went to Sindhi medium and Hindi medium in government school. Finally, we two were left when we came to Bombay. So there was no government school in Virar because the Virar itself was a new place. There was a private school in some shop they had opened. 40 rupees fees was there, and somehow somebody insisted ki let them be in English medium. Bombay mein aa gaye, so you need to have it. And that was a great thing. They could do it for me. for us rather. And nobody went to college before me because as soon as they finished their 10th, two kids failed in 10th. My two sisters failed. My one of the brother got 8th standard and then he was out of the school. Other went in 9th standard out of the school because my papa told them to work because there was a lot of money required. So they used to sell combs and all those things. So they had a hard time. If they talk about their story, it was a tough time. So they were taking care of our basics and all those stuff right from the childhood, maybe 13, 14 years of age. I was a little privileged one because being the youngest, things were settling down. So my sisters got married immediately after their 10, 17, 18, maximum 19. And I was really worried. I didn't want to get married because I saw the marriage, it was so difficult for my mom. She had so many people in the house, but she never opened up. She was suppressing all the time. I don't even know what she ever wanted. Like, nobody even asked her. We as a children feeling who's bothering about us. But nobody ever asked her. And then I was feeling I don't want to die or live in a suppressed marriage or suppressed. See, now I can understand, but as a child, some decisions are made. I'll not depend on money for my to my husband or my child or something. Because my mom used to keep asking my husband, not even for herself, but to run the house. I was like feeling I had grown up. Okay, I was going to college by that time. So, I mean, to run the house, she used to keep on going, Bhaiya bolenge, go to Papa, Papa bolenge, go to another brother. And I feel, my God, she's not even taking a single rupee for herself. And I mean, I didn't like it. I didn't like it that time. So I made a decision I want to earn. But how? Because we didn't have money to start a business. So definitely education was a thing. So I didn't want to compromise in education. So I got my 10th, I got 80% without tuitions and nothing, which was a great achievement. But I cried like hell because I wanted to be a first ranker. I really worked hard. Really worked hard. But then I stood third. Now I feel okay, but I really cried like hell. But at home, nobody bothered. They didn't even give me a gift or something. It was hardly anything. चलो 10th हो गया घर बैठ तो लड़का देखेंगे. Oh my God, that shattered me to core that time as well. And luckily I was Manglek and they believed in the Kundli. So Manglek girl ko to get a guy is difficult because Kundli match ke hisab se. Thankfully, I didn't get it on time in after 10th. So I made a condition ki no matter what, let me go to college. And the moment you get a guy suitable for me, I will get married. And my, I mean, all my siblings had their affair, but they were hit like, they were not allowed to. Somehow they were pressurized to marry, arrange and all. So I was scared of getting into love affair or something. And I had the focus, my vision clear. I want to become something. I want to do something. So then I joined science in Jai Hind College, which was too good for Bombay. Right from Virat, traveling to Churchgate, there was no help for getting admission. Nobody went to college. I had to do it myself. My Didi assisted once to join along, but it was all on the merit and all, which I got it. I don't know how I came to know about Jai. There was no connection, but somehow I came to know, and that was a very wonderful decision of my life. So even though I was in English medium school, I never spoke in English in schooling because no confidence. But as I went to Jai Hind, my crowd changed, my people changed. I met more people. I was it's still into inferiority. Okay, there was an episode where I had a crush on a guy. He was very nice, but no courage to say. Even he did not have any courage to say. I don't know what happened. It didn't work out. But I felt rejected, though it was not rejection. When I see as an adult now, I felt rejected, and I was coming from the belief system that nobody will accept me because I was an unwanted child initially. So now, what I do in my processes, I go to the womb also. What was thinking, thought process happening. So I realized when my mother was pregnant, I was feeling unwanted. I was scared of being a girl. And from that belief system and not taken care of the way I could have been as a child, my belief system was becoming stronger that I'm rejected, I'm not accepted, and I won't be accepted if I don't prove myself. So I have to do something to be accepted. So that crush kind of a thing also had a big impact on my life. It had a big impact. Though it was nothing, but I felt in my world, I was a teen, just 14, 15. I'd created my dream world with him, everything with him. Just in my inside, there was no courage to express. And suddenly I get the news that he's getting married, and like, oh my God, nobody on this earth is going to love me and accept me. I felt that way. And then I thought, yeah, I'll go to college, I'll take science because that was more challenging. I would never do anything which is easy. Never. I'll always choose a difficult path. So I know, remember, I used to go for trekking. So college may I had very good set of friends. School may also had good set of friends. But whomever I got close to, they went away fast. So fourth, I had a best friend. She left in fifth. Fifth, I had a best friend. She got close to somebody else. Seventh, I had a best friend. She went to the boarding. So again, the belief system was coming that whomever I come close to, they'll leave me. So I understand I'm talking from the perspective of a therapist, and the thing I do it because I did a lot on myself, a lot on my healing journey. I'll come to that as well. How did it start? So as a child, again, I had a question. People used to talk about karma theory a lot. Whatever you do, you get it back. So I had a big question. When did a child of 6 months old do something to get polio? To be laughed at or mocked at on the road? I used to walk some stupid fellows. Now I can see this is road chap. They used to call me Langri. I used to come and cry. And there's nobody to be with me. Excuse me. So those questions were there, like when did the child hurt anybody and why did he has or she has it? There was no answer. Like my parents did not have any answer, and they were like, "How many questions you keep asking?" My question used to be highly spiritual or highly philosophical, and they didn't have the answer. But I was seeking. I was seeking why people suffer. So why there's so much of suffering? What wrong has my mom done, or what wrong has we all kids done that we are not getting what my other cousins used to get it? So in the college, I chose science. Come back to it, and science was prevalent that time, and I wanted to do medical. Actually, I wanted to be a doctor, but my memory, I believe, is not very strong. So I used to understand biology, everything, because somehow I wanted to heal. So I thought maybe doctor is the only thing. I didn't know all these coaching line, training line. I had no idea about that thing till then, till some years ago. So doctor banne ke liye you have to take bio. So that was the first year I took some tuition, 8,000 for a year of PCMB. I gave a lot for my biological studies, but brilliance, man. I just got 69 on 100, and how will I get my medical? That time there was no need directly on 12th ka marks you get, but I realized, and maths I did not pay attention to, but I got 91, which was good without even practicing a lot. So I thought maybe I'm prepared for maths because I was bad in drawing. I wasn't good with the figures of embryology and all those stuff. So then I thought maths, like, एक formula aa gaya, you can solve hundreds of sums. Bio mein, you have to remember everything, and I was bad in that. So then I chose math, and then I thought, okay, I'll go for engineering. So I can do some repair with a machine, and I did good. I got admission. Okay, around that time. So I got 83% in PCM. Again, I was not happy because I aimed at 90. That's fine. But then I applied for engineering. My parents said, no, ki you have polio, you are short, you are studying. Sindhi guys don't study, and you become engineer, we not even get a guy for you. And we don't want to make him sit at home. Like, please, or la la la. Like, I tried, but they did not let me. And that time they found a hospital in Mahalakshmi racecourse. There is a big orthopedic hospital. They thought, ki maybe some part we can do the surgery now. We went for the test, and they said, ki 6 weeks ka operation hai, so they are going to remove. Like, I was curious, what are they doing? So I couldn't, it's a medical thing, I couldn't move my feet like this. Oh, and they shifted the tendon from ear to ear. If somebody is in the medical line, they'll understand, and they're going to shift that. And it was a very small surgery, which would, and my feet was like this. There was a big gap here in my left feet. And then after surgery, now it's fine. It's plain. And then I was like, they can't accept me the way I am. I couldn't accept myself. And they wanted to have a guy for me to get married. They were not getting proposal, and every girl got married after 10. I was a defective piece, so they put up the ad also in Times of India about writing about my handicap and all. I was kind of okay, but my cousin, like, how could they do it to you, honey? Amina was my name, and it's like as if they want to sell off the thing, which is not. I mean. And that was a way they're trying to repair me and present me so that I'll be taken by some guy. Oh God, my belief system, understand that. Okay. So I was in the hospital in vacation of 12th, and that time my crush got married. I was shattered to the core. I had that dream world, and then I got my engineering seat, which nobody told me I got. I was told that I did not get a seat, but my friend who scored same marks, 83%, she said, third one below my name, your name was there. You didn't get the admission. I was like, oh God, I didn't know. And that was a major incident because I was thinking, BSc only failures do it. Those who don't get admission in engineering, medical, or pharmacy, or dentist, and all those big courses. I was so much into academics because my identity was getting attached to it. The more bigger degree I have, better I am. Otherwise, I'm not good. So, so I really cried a lot day in and day out, and I reduced 7, 8 kgs. I was already 35 kg in my 18 or 19 years of age. I lost the skin color, and my surgery, which was supposed to take place within 6 weeks, I was supposed to be home, took 6 long months. Every time we visited to remove the sutures, it was infected, badly infected, literally badly infected, and they used to get admitted me again. And then somehow I filled the BSc form, but I couldn't go to college because every time I go for my removal of the sutures. So initially that used to be like external stitches. It used to be bad. Now I get it because I had so much of hurt and so much of resentment inside, which was not coming out, and it took form of all these infections and all in my body, and then somehow there was no hope. Like, what do I do? I used to say I would rather sit at home but do BSc, but then sitting at home was again no option because those 6 months of pain, it was really painful. My rainy season went and everything went. I was just sitting and it was plastered. And in the plaster, there was infections that, oh my God, it was bad. It was smelly. And we used to go to Mahalakshmi from Virar in train. And of course, that time my brothers, even though their intention was to make me all right and get me married, I used to feel, but they used to lift me up from the bridge, get it down, heavy rains. If you know Bombay rains, every time the water gets clogged, somehow they used to walk up. I used to not able to walk because I was tied up with my full leg, and they used to carry me. And now I feel they are my angels of my life. That time I used to blame, why are they getting me cured? Because they want to get me married. But it is difficult, take a young girl and get it healed. They took all responsibilities and I love them now a lot. And my perception has changed. The incidents are same, but the way I look at them has changed. The story has changed. So I'm talking from both perspectives. The child who was there, the teen who was there was rejected, not accepted, not loved. It was a feeling. But now when I go through it, they were having their own things. They were having their own challenges. They had to get us married so that they can start their family. They spent their childhood selling all those stuff so that we could go to college. Oh my God. That's a great thing they did. Thank you. So I get it. So initially I used to keep telling like why we are eight, and now I genuinely feel I have no more parents. My mother died soon after my marriage. I'll come back to my story. I'm sorry for going random, but this is how it's coming, right? So my mother soon after my marriage, she felt lonely and she died just in 5 months. She had an heart attack. First heart attack at the age of 55, not even 55, 54. And that is one of the reasons why I'm into this particular thing, what I do about healing and treating people to express themselves. And my father died in 2008, 13 now. And my elder sisters and brothers are my parents. I don't miss my parents a lot because there was no actual connection of conversation. All my growing up time, when I was growing up, like in my periods and all, my sisters taught me how to do it. My elder sister used to tie plaits and all, send me home. Other sisters used to give me tiffin. So they are like my mother, my father, my brother used to pay the fees and all. They were supportive. Though I had to beg, literally beg for 1,000 rupees fees stuff for a year. I had to beg. Oh my God. That time I used to feel, oh my God, I want my own money. So, but they were there, okay? So they were like my father. And now when we go Raksha Bandhan, all, we chill out, we freak out, and we are so bonded. So I feel the greatest gift, even if my parents could not give uh, the luxury of money and all those things. Yes, yes, yes. So किसी को कुछ नहीं आया. There was nothing left because marriage हो गया, सब हो गया, everything was over, no savings. But what we all really feel now good, that we have the asset of siblings together. We are so bonded and we are so loving. We share our things and then we have our own struggles. All of us have had a struggle for life, and all of us are in some way or the other successful in their own area. Those struggles continue for many people, but we have achieved a lot compared to what we were. Okay, so it's a great thing that I received from my parents, and I really seriously dil se pray that was the wisest decision to have 8 kids. Oh my God. That was the one thing I used to cry for, and that is the one thing which I'm happy for. So that's change of perception. Okay, so come back to college. I did my BSc, and BSc again, that was the year 95 when first board exam in 13 started. I just joined in November. So from March till October end, I was admitted all the time. Somehow I got all right, and somehow I gathered my courage. Oh God, it was difficult. And they said, forget it, waste a year, Abhi. When will you go? And now you have board exam. That means full portion. I didn't take tuition. I don't know what was happening. And all my friends who were there in 11, 12, they had shifted. They went to medical, they went to engineering, they went to all those stuff. And I had to really slog a lot. But I was committed to my studies. I used to go to libraries, all my teachers saying, and used to go to library, go through all the books, and the theory, it was more of theory, unlike your 11th and 12th. 13th is more of theory, then we had quantum physics, then we have chemistry. Oh my God, all the cycles. It was difficult. But my friends got KT, friends as in they became my friends later. They were from the beginning, and I cleared with good 52%, which was a good thing. I was first time happy. I was never happy with my 84, 83. I was happy with my 53%. Then I chose chemistry, was again memorizing all the formulas on equations. I chose maths and physics, and I was happy with the physics as well. But maths was much easier because no laboratory. We had a maths. I mean, I was good. And then in TY, it was nice. And then by the time I was only maybe your so till that time, I used to be scared of boys. I should never talk to boys, 11, 12 and all. But the divine plan so that in my TY, I had 7 batch. We were opting for maths major, which Jai Hind did not have. So we requested principal that let us have Jai Hind maths major, otherwise we'll shift to Xavier's. So somehow they said, are you really committed to maths or you committed to Jai Hind? We said, we're committed to maths. And then the batch started. We were 7 of us, 5 boys and 2 girls. One girl was Guju, very conservative family, much more than mine. So I used to be surrounded with the boys. And that gave me confidence. There was a boy who supported me in learning and all. He taught me quite a bit. And though I was a very good student, finally in Jai Hind, I stood first in the whole college of BSc. Finally, my dream of standing first in my college or my institute came out true. That was my happiest moment. I was really dancing away to glory. And my HOD, president of maths, she had her husband who was president of TIFR, Tata Institute of Fundamental Research. They took the toppers over there, and they said ki without doing MSc, you can do PhD because you topped maths. Very few people do it. And not only in our thing, you topped in a whole college. Though it was 7, but in all the areas, physics, chemistry, bio, all the science department, I was a topper. And then they offered me to do PhD. I was like, wow. I mean, this is a great thing, You are jumping 2 years, and I had lost 2 years from Ajmer to Bombay. So I had to repeat my junior senior, so they were getting compensated. So I was happy. I went home and told, they were like, no way you're going to study further. I said, oh my God, I cried again. But this time tears did not help. I mean, I was like, please let me, ladka aayega to kar lenge shaadi. But they were like, nahi, the more you study, which will be difficult for us to get, difficult to get a guy. And then as we know, like my brothers, 8th and 7th passed, not even 10th. All my jijus, maximum 10th. And no sister also passed. My bhabis, okay, they were FY and one was TY. But then, okay, I was really the smartest of the lot. So they were having difficulty, then I will learn to say no to a guy or something. That would not be, when you're young, you can sit with anybody in the mandap ho jayega. When you grow and you're seeing the world, so they had their own fears. They didn't want me to study. But I was not getting those proposals for Manglik. And then there was a last day for MCA. So PhD option got over because I had to fill the form. I was said no. And in between, chupke se, I used to teach GRE, GMAT student maths because my SY results also all the subject 92, 93, 94 without classes and all, just attending lectures and eating my professor's head. I used to be found only in the library and staff room. My daughter is in Jai Hind now. She had been to first year May canteen that many number of times that I did not go 5 years maybe. So I've been hardly 5 years, 5 times in a canteen, and she is like 5 times all the time she is in a canteen. So understand how sincere I was, and so okay. So what is it? Thank you for listening and being with me. I hope you are there. I cannot see anybody, but I can see myself. So, okay. So, PhD was lost, and then there was no guy matching. Thankfully, that Kundli stuff they believe in. So, finally, there was the last day of applying for MCA. I said, okay, I can do MCA. I didn't want to do MSc in maths. I wanted to do something in computers. It was upcoming thing in 97. So, and I could have got the admission because I was stopping. So that day was the last day. I wanted to go every day, but they were like, no, no. So last day I begged them, I got ready, please, मेरे को जाने दो, लड़का जिस दिन आएगा, leave my college, believe me. And by the time I got ready, they were like, okay, cha. I got a call, and we didn't have a phone then. Neighbor में call आया कि some guy is coming to look at, देखा देखी करने के लिए. I'm like, oh God. And I had no option. I had to get ready. And I didn't get ready. I wore big specs. I used to wear big specs that time, because I had number from 9th standard. And which it's not there. It's not I'm wearing lenses. It went because of the therapies or what I did on myself. And this guy was Manglik, luckily unluckily. And it got strict. It was 20th of July. They liked me, and I was very honest. I said, I don't know cooking. I only know maths well and all. And they were like, fine. And this girl is so honest and so genuine. Where do we get people fake? I know everything and all, and you are on. That is what they like. I was being like, I was telling all bad points about me, but they liked that part about me, and they said okay. And then I got married to my husband. This was the first proposal, and the first mein ho gaya sab kuch within 15 days. So 20 July, first time we saw each other. We didn't see those people come to see and all that. वो tray way लेके जाना time pass. And 5th August, marriage program. Just 15 days. We met only once. I had no time to understand and also how was a guy, how was a house, nothing. Batna mandap pe batna. It was as if there was a big sacrifice. Oh God, it was. It was. But at least they allowed me 5 years. So I was like, okay, maybe. I mean, I was always a submissive girl. I used to plead, but I was submissive, saying yes, yes, yes. And घर पे भी, there were so many siblings, fights and all, but with me, no fights. Because I would say yes to all my brother, sister, ये करना, shoe polish करके दो, ये कर दे, वो कर दे, everything, yes. Because I wanted to be accepted. And I was scared. If I say no, who will accept? Whatever love, attention I get, how will I get it? So, घर पे ससुराल में आके, it was a huge family. So I had 6 chacha sasur all together, not a common kitchen, but all neighbor, back to back. I had to wear that ghungat, and used to wear it. No western dresses, and only salwar kameez, always peri ponna, the morning mein, afternoon, evening mein. 2 times as you get up and in the night. Sabko karke aana, okay? And I was okay. I was giving my best. I was really giving my best. My husband used to go for tour, and this time no phones and nothing. So I used to kind of feel lonely. And then I was kind of a girl always into studies. I maintained house a lot, I did a lot of, there was no servant again, okay? We were well off, not well off, just okay to do. We were not in a very good state. Chota sa ghar aisa, 2 rooms. It was not very good. And सफाइयाँ, सब कुछ, खाना पूरा टाइम का बनाना, सफाई करना, ये करना. Accounts with my dada, my dada sasur. So he used to like me, used to feel good that I was proper and all that thing. And they accepted me with my polio. They never told me anything about it, I told my husband when I climb up, it is visible. He said, don't go up. We stay in ground floor only, which was so sweet of him. And, he said, I'm okay with it. Maybe people will say, but don't bother. So I felt accepted and I felt loved. And then that was more than enough that time. And then I used to do some accounts for my Dadaji. They had some work from home ka thing. And I was always inclined to learn more from wherever. So there was other neighbor. He said, why don't you try for your BSc topper? Why don't you try for what exam? IAS officer के लिए. I was like, I can't be officer. I was always a tiny, teeny girl. I can't be a leader. I can't be doing. Because you're capable, apply it. No. I had no idea what IAS officers and all are doing. And then suddenly I had a sister-in-law. So we got married together, like two brothers on the same mandap. That's how the 5th August was decided. So that marriage date was fixed, regardless whether the guy is okay or no with me. And then she used to work in UTI. She got a B.Ed form for me because even after doing so much work, I've wanted to study. I wanted to do something, but I didn't know what. She said, honey, will you do this B.Ed? It is good. I didn't know what B.Ed is. I didn't know how to become a teacher. Or I never wanted to become a teacher. So I was like, हाँ कर लेंगे. And you give me anything, I study and master it if I put my heart into it. Though it will be my subject, not subject, I know I can do it. So I did BSc, so BSc के बाद sorry B.Ed and B.Ed में also people went for payment seats and all those stuff, but I luckily got top me नाम था मेरा. My friend MSc topper, I was BSc topper, and then we landed up in the same college, and then we became close friends. Like we are still friends now, and we are in the same school teaching also. And so B.Ed also happened, doing all the work I had to do, घर का वर्क का काम, completing my project. It's a challenging thing. 8 months में they make you do a lot. And then that was the first time I was speaking in front of children, micro teaching and all. It was difficult. You know, what pauses I'm taking now, though I'm not enough, I used to be like super fast. Da 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 da. And Sindhi language is like, they speak fast. So it used to be difficult, but I learned oratory skills being a teacher. And then I didn't know there is some government schools, some aided, unaided. I had no idea. So I tried in all the schools where I stayed more learned. I didn't get. And there was only one school, my friend stays in science. He said, apply there also, let's see. And that was an aided school. And luckily I got it there. And I came to know later people paid lakhs of rupees to get into that. And I just got it, maybe on my merit or whatever. And so it's always because I'm being myself. That's the way I've been accepted. Till before, I used to fake, try to be okay, try to be yes, this, so that I thought only then I'll be accepted. But my marriage, where I was really, I mean, even if I had this kind of shortages or shortcomings, I expanded them so that the guy let him reject me so I can study. I wanted to break that marriage because I had no courage to say no. I wasn't even given any chance to check whether you like a guy or whether you want to ask him something. No chance. Okay, nothing was given. So I was only portraying myself to be very, very down, and but being that way was more of my acceptance. So I realize it now. And in the school also, I was like, okay, what I am. My certificates and all helped to get a job. Maybe I was a top, and they wanted a maths graduate separately. So science teacher teaching maths and math. I was passionate about maths kind of. And then it was difficult in the school because I was shorty, and children also used to tease me, Langri. Oh God, this is bad. So my friend used to take a stand for me. Or can you do it to a teacher? So, and I was unable to control the child. My principal used to come, take care. So they were supportive. I had a very good staff. Even now I'm working, it's been 22 years. 99 may I joined, it's 2021, yeah. So, so the staff was supportive. I got a very good salary. I was ready to work in 2000, whereas I was appointed at 4000. And when I got it was a fifth pay commission, just got it. We had no idea, especially me, that we are going to get some commission like that. And I got 10,000 as my first salary, which was a great thing at that time. My in-laws and all were also happy. And everything was, now it's working. Now I'm getting power of money, which I never had. And then I decided, if I want a better life, it's my responsibility, not anybody else's. Okay, till then, my search was still going on. I was trying to figure it out. And I didn't want to get married to somebody who was less educated. Internal decision. My husband was 12. But I said I had to compromise. And now I feel studies is nothing. You need to be a good person. You need to be who you are, actually, courageous and bold. But that time I had that regret. And I had that feeling that I have to compromise always. Then my daughter happened in 2001. And that was a turning point. Of course, I had a lot of joint family issues also. I mean, even though the family was very good, but my mother-in-law used to talk a lot, and I was quiet. I was a very never give answer back because I never learned how to because I saw my mother, and because I know if I have to be in good books, I have to be quiet, and that maintains relationship. But that quality of being quiet or suppressing or whatever helps, and And then suddenly Louise Hay happened. Okay, but till that time I used to go to satsangs. So somebody, one of the other sister-in-law, I had those questions. Those questions were still there. Why did I have to marry when I didn't want to marry? But I didn't have courage. So how can I put it on them? I could have taken my stand. I still didn't want to get married, but I had no option. Now I know there was an option, but that time I felt 20 years old, I had no option kind of. So I went to satsang and I was again very, very sincere over there. I should take all the teachers, the satsang used to be in somebody's house. They used to give Vani bolte padte hain, Brahma Gyan, not Brahma Kumaris, it's Brahma Gyan. So I used to write everything and really introspect. In the night, finishing all the work, I used to do that work, learn all the bhajans because I used to get connected a lot. Yeah, once upon a time, I wanted to be a singer, but there was no money to join singing classes and all. खाने पीने के लिए enough था तो singing classes, I never got a chance. So, and the school I got a prize in singing. Just the first anchor was a practitioner. She was going to Hindustani classic, and I was just copying Bollywood ka गा गा के उसके साथ गाते गाते गाते, and I remember thousands of songs. And so I got second prize, which was an achievement. But even that did not give me confidence that I'm good. Okay. So where are we? We are at satsang. So I used to remember all the bhajans. I used to remember Vani's, all those lectures. And I was asking over there also, so they said ki karma hai, maybe not the child does it in the previous karmas, and that's why this happened. I was like, okay, then what is in my hand? Ki sab karma pe hai to I was still feeling uh, victim kind of a thing. कि सब कर्मा के ऊपर ही सब तो करके है तो खाली अभी तक भुगतना है, which I was not equal with. I was not in alignment with. I felt there was something inside me which was saying I can do something about it, but I didn't know how and what. Though I was doing it, but I could not acknowledge that thing at that time. So then this book called You Can Heal Your Life happened. My daughter's teacher recommended, honey, you must read this book. She had no clue of my story, but she just told me, you can read this book. And the way I had the consciousness, it was about not abundance consciousness. I was always struggling with my basics and doing all the work and then getting few of the things. So I bought a book from Radhi, Eros ke bahar, used to get it. So I went to church to buy that book again because Mullur mein there was nothing. And imagine, and believe me, that book, I still have a copy. I can show if it is available. Yeah. I mean, that's the first book which really transformed. It became two parts. And you can, if you see how I was a ardent student, I was highlighting everything. There have been pages, like so many things, the first part and the second part. I am telling you because it really helped me a lot. So this book talks about you can heal your life and you have the power within. You can do something about life. It doesn't matter you're born to a poor family. Doesn't matter you're born to as an AIDS kid. Doesn't matter you're born as a handicap or you became handicapped. It just becomes the right now is a moment you have. And Louise's story touched me a lot because she was raped and all those things. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't go through all these things. And still I feel I can't do anything about it. And she could do it. She's the owner of a house. So why can't I? So I followed all the principles. And that gave me the power. You can change your life by just loving and accepting. The problem is you are not loving and you are not accepting. You're trying to cover. You're trying to become something, And that's the whole fight about. And you're not acknowledging what you've done. You're always looking yourself in the wrong way. You're looking at yourself at the way that you've not done. You're not good. And that's why, your words create your world. And I'm like, this is powerful. This is powerful. So, in satsangs, I was told you are a victim of karma. जो किया वो तो भुगतना ही पड़ेगा. Like, oh my God, I used to feel bad. And like, I'm such a puppy kind of a thing. I mean, maybe I understood wrong, of course, could be because they wanted it to be peace with that thing so that, but I became more restless because of that thing because I felt powerless because of that and which did not give me that, I know now the soul feels happy when it is empowered. The soul feels great when it can see you have the power to do something. And this book gave me that power. And she has a list of affirmations to work on your body. Like, let me try. Are these only words? Or are these really working? So I used to wear specs, I told you. So I did the affirmation. The affirmation was, I'm willing to see within. So I was hiding myself from myself. was trying to put up the mask, just cover up. I'm a good girl. I don't need anything. I'm okay with everything. Like my mom didn't know what I wanted. Only thing I wanted was my freedom because I saw my mom suffering because of not having that money and not having courage to say no. Like she didn't want so many kids, but she couldn't say no to Papa, and she couldn't say to her dad, like my daddy. I became like knowing that I don't want to be. I was becoming, but deep down I wanted to be empowered. I wished I had my mom. I could have empowered her now. But I'm doing it to my daughter and to many people in the world now. I feel fulfilled now. Okay. Okay. So Louise Hay happened, and then I worked on my specs, and my specs power surprisingly, or actually, no, it's no surprise. It is a sign. It works because your mind is constantly listening to what you're speaking. What stories are you telling? So I was always saying, I don't want to look at the future which contains all these things. So when you're scared about the looking at the future, eyes will develop the cloud. And when I was okay, I'm safe and secure. I can see within. I'm okay to be myself. Gradually, my number from minus 1.75 went to 1.5, 1.25, 1, and then to 0. I mean, after 0.25, I did not go to optician. After 6 months, I always go to check whether ko check. Yeah? Now I think I'm getting a positive power. This happened in 2008 and 9. Okay, when people get the specs, I was removing. So I believe the process. I believe the power of it. And then in the school, I had laryngitis. One thing, I cried a lot as a child. Could be that as a reason. And second thing, I had 80 kids and I had to really shout because my volume is generally softer and my basic voice is very soft. And I had to literally shout to make them quiet. So I was wondering it was because of school. But I was not the only one in the school. There were other teachers. They were not suffering. I was suffering. So again went to the Louise Hay book about laryngitis. It was you're not okay to express yourself. You feel fearful to express. That was a cause. So the book may all the probable causes are written. You must be okay to say yes, that is a cause. And then there are affirmations to be done. It is safe to express myself. I'm safe to express my true self. And I used to say this quite a lot. I used to write it down, write it in my notebook and keep performing, record it, listen it, and my laryngitis went away. Literally, I'd been to ENTs many of times. They put something and check it, nothing worked. I took six months ka break in between. As soon as I joined my school, it used to be there. Even after I take one or two lectures, it is a start. So, so I know it works, and especially what more result can we ask? And then the family, which was not quite supportive, like I was doing a lot of work and my in-laws, like, sister-in-law and all were chilling out. They had their own belief system. I had a belief system that I have to work to get acceptance. Now I had a courage to appoint a maid because I was earning also, and I had a courage also so that I could give time. Then after a few years, Amma Bhagwan happened. So I went into more spiritual journey. So one of the affirmation which I use, I'm open to receive from the abundance. I'm open and receptive to all abundance. And I say yes to life. And I just said yes to everything which came up my way because now I know it's from the universe to support my journey. And then when I went, and spiritual quest was always there. I'd been to Art of Living. I did the courses. I did my best. First Kriya, long Kriya, when I did, I got something, I was like, I don't know what happened. I shared with the teacher. She said, we are dying to get that experience you're getting for the first time. You're a blessed child. I was like, wow, Bhagwan, you gave me this. Then I happened to be, like, my daughter is an Art of Living school that opened up in Mulund that time. So I went as a delegate there. So the devotees there wanted to meet Guruji, and I somehow happened a chance, I just entered a room by chance. I was taking a walk in the morning. I just entered and Guruji was there. My daughter was in my arms and he just blessed us with the flower and then wished us. We had a conversation, which is a very rare thing for real devotees. They were those who are waiting. So I was always privileged or always lucky to be getting these darshans of gurus easily. Then I did inner engineering from Sadhguru. I did, then I always strongly follow Abraham, law of attraction, which says only thing you need to bother is to be happy in the now. Everything else will fall in place, and that is what I do it. I apply it in my life. I teach in my courses. You need to have the bigger vision, but you need to be happy now. What is the point if you want to be happy, choose to happy later? Just to be happy now. And I was affirming. I was doing all the work I had to do, journaling, what makes me happy, do more of it. I have a pet, I have my own house, like a big bungalow kind of a thing, I have my own garden, I have my own office set up. So I've been doing once you become powerful, nobody stops. You are stopped only when you think you don't have a power. You don't take a step. You feel that if I do this thing, they will say this. But just awakening your power gives you everything. And when people are all darpok, now I realize, we are scared of all people who are really scared inside. So now there's a different game altogether. Uh, I don't like to do household work right from beginning. कर लेती हूँ, करूँगी बड़े प्यार से. I used to do cleaning. If I start, I'll do very best cleaning. But honestly, this is the work I love. I love to teach people to empower themselves. So there was a message. I don't know this girl is there watching me live or no. She like, I hate myself because I don't look good. I said, oh God, come on, join this. I've gone through it, okay? I can teach you how to love yourself. And the core, I've been to many processes, international and Indian, and I realized even going to Amma Bhagwan course, going till the womb, past life regression, I was a Muslim girl and I realized that thing. I went through the process and I was entangled with my leg, and some people just pulled me down in the valley. Those who believe it's okay, those who don't, it's okay. So that's how maybe that polio stuff happened. I don't know. Okay. It could be signs of not getting injected, but nobody was injected in my house. Nobody got polio drops anyhow. But I was the one who suffered. So maybe I had to walk this path of quest. Nobody had these questions, deep questions, the way I had as a child. And I still want to know more. And knowing more is not, I want to be enlightened now, like Buddha. And I have a saying, I want to be a Buddha driving a Benz or a Ferrari. So I can be living a state of detachment, living in the now, but having all the luxuries. And then when I realized, looking at myself, when I said I love you in the mirror, first I could not face myself because I used to feel ugly. I should really feel I'm ugly. I should never feel because the teens wanted that appreciation from the boys. If you can connect to me, I don't know. I'm being very raw. Nobody did. Though I had meet people after me, but I kind of ignored them. And now I realize, oh God, fifth, I got my first proposal. And I thought I was never beautiful because no guy approached me. Now I remember them. And there were ninth who was willing to die, but I did not say yes. So there was something about me which I didn't realize then. I know it now. So the moment I said I love you in my eyes, my skin color changed. I got a beautiful shape of my body. I felt the glow. What is happening? It's not makeup. I can wipe it and show you. It's just a liner and lipstick what I apply always for my occasion. And you know, when you deeply love yourself, when you're okay with who you are, I did, I tell you what, I did loving and kissing to my left leg. I used to deny it. I used to hate it. Because of you, I'm called handicapped. Because of you, people mock at me. And because of you, I cannot run. And then I challenged myself. I used to participate in dances on the stage. Let people laugh. Now I feel so courageous. I joined the dance group, like, I do my YouTube say learning no matter what. So initially in third or sixth standard, there was a dance drama where I had a dance. So dance ke time mein, my principal told me to move out. And I feel sad. I wanted to be on the stage. But I was a good kind of actor, but maybe I couldn't jump with those legs and stuff was there. And again, I feel now, at that time, I didn't like my teacher. But they wanted to be having a good program. They didn't want somebody to be mocked at. Maybe they cared about me. I don't know. But that click, I want to dance on the stage. And then there used to be Sindhi Samiti in Masai, Viradasai. My bhaiya used to be president then. So I used to dance. And people used to appreciate. I was looking at my handicap as a handicap. When people saw, they were looking at the grace with the grace and always had a smile on my face and always had expressions. So they used to appreciate. But even then, my power was not built up. It was still now I realize I was getting approval, I was getting appreciation, but I was not doing it to myself. So I was feeling a fake है. सब ऊपर पे से sympathy के लिए कर रहे, सच्ची में कोई नहीं करता. So when I did a mirror and all, you can see. I wish I could show you the pictures of my old when I was really teen and all. I was dark. I was not glowing. I was not Like my daughter said, Mama, looking beautiful now. I said, yeah, because I started loving myself. And and that really helped. And I really feel, though people say, ki, why will anybody come for the courses of loving yourself? But this is the root. If you water the root, if you water this thing, you are going to grow in all areas. So my money issue is getting sorted. Though I have some crunches, my husband is not earning due to COVID and all. There's some problem going, but I'm managing. Aram se. थोड़ा सा pressure है, but I do what I really can do. If I'm not able to pay the fees and all, I said, God, if it's meant for me, I want to get in. Now you need to do how. So some idea will click. Okay, now you can heal your lifestyle. I'm sorry if you're still there. Bear with me, my disconnection. So then You Can Heal Your Life book happened. I got transformed. It became 2008. Say I was practicing 10th. I could see the results. I was still religiously following. I was now talking the language of affirmation to my staff room. They were seeing the difference. To my parents at home, my siblings, like brothers and sisters. Nahi, aisa. Then I did my graphology, changed my handwriting. Oh my God. When I went for my handwriting analysis, the sir told something. I said, yeah, how do you know? I mean, the way he said I was suppressing so much, I was feeling punctured and all those stuff. And I changed in writing. I became a graphotherapy. I worked a lot. Every curve of your writing matters a lot. So I did my graphology classes. I started teaching that because that works in your subconscious mind. And then I was, in my free time, in my phone calls, I was just talking about this book. I gave this book to all the people whom I know. They can be here. They must have got. It's available in Hindi, Marathi, Tamil, and all that. I'm like kind of promoting as in this is close to my heart. This is people know me because of this because I've been talking about it a lot. And then I thought कि maths नहीं पढ़ा life में चलेगा यार. You need to teach children how to love themselves, how to change their thoughts, how to connect to the heart. What is it inside? It's okay, how to be courageous enough. And in my value education period, I used to start teaching this. I used to enjoy this, though I was passionate about maths once, but now I was doing more of this. But it was not right on my part to be a maths teacher teaching this more. So I was teaching my portion and also that thing. And suddenly I realized, okay, why don't I become this teacher, teacher of love, a kind of teacher of. I had no idea. Till then, I had attended no workshop. I did not know there is a coaching industry. I didn't know Louise Hay was a coach. I didn't know. I just thought she was one and she wrote a book. I didn't know she had many books till then. Only this book was the one. Because I didn't go to this crossword and all earlier. And I used to pick up psycho books initially, philosophy, spiritual books initially from British Council and all. But this You Can Heal Your Life के बाद self help section होता है, ऐसे कोई writers होते हैं, अब मैं उसकी हो जाऊंगी. I had no idea. So I just Googled. By the time internet was on, 2011, 12, 14 में, yeah, 14 में. I just typed You Can Heal Your Life, Louise Hay. Suddenly there was a message saying that this training is happening in India. I was like, training? And the training ka tha, these people have attended workshop held by Louise Hay people trainer, and they've gone through it. And I did not go through anything. And the money was, I think, around 2-3 lakhs ka course. I didn't have money because too much. My sister-in-law ka शादी कराना था, घर renovate करना था, बच्चा हुआ था. So uska education and all those stuff. So I just called up Sampurna was my teacher. Like she is a teacher's trainer in India. So like I want to join because I think it's my calling. I have only 5,000. I don't have 2 lakhs. And I wanted to join because at my early bird offer, they were giving some discount of registering. She said, okay, you can register, you can pay later. As you get it, you put a thought that you will be earning enough and you will be getting. I said, okay, I genuinely wanted. I had no intention of cheating, of not paying the money because I really didn't know kya hoga, kaise hoga. And then I went to Bangalore, Ayurveda Gram. If people are there in Bangalore, they know it. It was beautiful. It was the first ever training, like formal training. So 2 days we went under workshop. People were talking that they had gone to the workshop. I did not. And I had to present. There was one day where we had to present. How are you going to do with audience? I had never done it. And I did good. I did inner child thing. And teacher appreciated me in Sampurna and all. They felt good. And I was certified May 2014. June, we paired up. One of my other friend who was there from Bombay, we paired up and we did our first workshop. I really didn't know anything. I was very raw. So I was good at my voice and meditation. So I said, when the crowd will close their eyes and meditate, I will read the meditation. So the workshop, everything is given. You don't have to create your own module. Everything is script. You just have to read also. It's okay because it is proven that it works. So she was leading the workshop, I was leading the meditation. And the reviews what we got from the first workshop, they were like, impossible you're doing for the first time. And you were so connected. And I felt, wow, this is the work I love to do. And then, of course, Louise is saying 5, 6 participants come. It does not go 100,000, 2,000. It doesn't happen that way. But I was happy doing it. And I wanted to reach internationally. I wanted to be an international trainer. Trainer is a word I know now more profoundly due to that. But to teach, I used to call myself a teacher of love. I just teach. Ultimately, when the student does the work, change happens. How much ever I do, it doesn't happen. Like how much ever Louise writes, if I don't practice, I wouldn't have changed. Similarly, how much ever I teach people, unless they don't do it, so it's up to them. So I don't say I do anything. I just teach. These are the philosophy. These are the things. You work. It worked with me. Now you also work. That's how I go simple with my workshops. So then I had this handicap and travel was a problem. So I wanted to do something computer pay. I didn't know digital hone wala, I didn't know COVID hone wala, but somehow I know God has always been kind. Inside my mind, some things are put up so that which is going to happen. Maybe I get intuitive, I connect to my heart, I connect to the universe intelligence, and I get to know. I mean, though I don't understand kya hai, but later on, the structure is sent to me, the right people are sent to me, so that I am moving into that direction. So that thing, from 2015, I got my coach training from Thailand. I went to the next thing. So understand, not even traveling anywhere, not even having money for my own self, I could invest on my trainings. So that's a great transformation when I look back, working on my own self, the way I look at things, the way I deliver. I mean, I know I'm growing. Whoever them. Yeah, so 16, 17, I said, this is like chota chota ho raha, 5, 6 people come, so you do, I didn't know what Facebook ads are. So we used to put in Speaking Tree or Times of India, like, we knew only that much. We didn't know about the digital marketing and all. But I was having something in my mind, ki why don't we go internet? I watch so many YouTube videos. Like I watch Abraham a lot. I did my in engineering online 2, 3 years ago, not due to lockdown. I did my other courses online, which I'm committed. Like I don't have to be forced to do because I choose to do it. I will do it. So whether I pay or don't pay, so that much I know. So I expect my kids also to do it, but I know they don't. So they need the support. So I thought ki going digital is the thing. And in 2015, I declared in my Helio Life coach training, I'm reaching millions and billions of people online. I didn't know how to go online. I didn't know how to use Zoom hota tha, kya kuch nahi pata tha, but I declared then. So universe is a God or my divine is taking care of me. And then COVID happened, so you're forced to go online. And then I did my Facebook Live, people could connect. And then I did my hour of power session so that I was doing daily interaction with them. And you must see the reviews, what I get. Like, they do it religiously when we meet daily. And then I want to do scale up because again, you are in your own organic way. खुद ही के group से चल रहा है जैसा. So Gopal happened and he was doing WhatsApp and I'm not an email person. So WhatsApp पे करते जा रहे हैं. And suddenly that happened. And he's like, I really feel his answer to my prayer. All the people who are there in my life are gods and angels. I really feel that. Everybody, something God gives me this is you have to do. I like God, I don't know how. I talk to my God a lot. I literally, if you see my journal, Bhagwan aise ho aise, Bhagwan will reply. When I write, question answer, somebody, Bhagwan will say, I'm talking. I call Bhagwan, I call God. And this has been done in the childhood. So when I used to never get answer, I used to keep writing, honey, God, honey, God. So my diaries, and then there's a book called Conversation with God, Neil Donald Walsh. Like this I've been doing from bachpan, so even I could have made a book out of it. So, you know what, if you journal, if you connect yourself, you're in a, and then I realized, is it my illusion? कि गॉड कैसे बोलता है बट बोलते हैं ना कि भगवान तुम्हारे अंदर है कोई मंदिर में नहीं आई शुड नेवर गो टू टेम्पल आई शुड क्वेश्चन व्हाई टेम्पल वो मूर्ति इसको बनाया तो मैं इस पत्थर को ही भगवान बोलती हूँ ना हो जाएगा भगवान पापा इस बाबा रे कितना दिमाग खाती है so now I get it how I connect to the energies and I always believe your God is inside you whether you call it heart connection what's happening now so the word heart dumb mastery I don't attend morning thing but I love heart connection because it's close to my heart. My word is heart. My logo also has heart. And when you do something, they'll say no. It has to happen. It has to work. It has to progress. And I'm so glad that Dada has got something which I always do it. I let people talk from that. We have a community where we talk about it on all. And but there, I'm like a Dada. But here, I have to share my story. So good. So far, so good. The life has been kind. So when I was thinking, if this was some years ago, so before 2014 or maybe 2008, I would have shed tears like anything. I would be angry at people who did not take care of a child. I mean, I was crying in the pain and the fever. Mama didn't realize. I was just 6 months and you're busy cooking, baby's crying. But now I know how. How did she go through it? What pain she must have gone through. I mean, she must have been too guilty I did it, maybe. I mean, I didn't have the chance to talk to her about this because she died in 97. My journey, this kind of journey started in 2008. So I talked to my mom energetically and I love her a lot. I talked to, and I used to feel, Mama, क्यों आपसे weakness आया है मुझे? Why am I getting suppression? But now I know her suppression, holding family important than herself, her sacrifices gave me the one which is keeping my family happy and all. But at the same time, I did sacrifice initially, but at the same time, I'm giving all the comforts and all to my family, not at the cost of my own things. And that is a happy family. My child is not suffering the way we used to do it. And she is vocal enough to talk about her needs and desires. And we are the best of, the best relation a daughter and a mother can have. I mean, you can think I'm boasting, but many people who know us want to have this kind of relationship. We are so transparent and non-judgmental. She's a teen. She has all the things in her thing, but even though sometimes I'm not okay, I say I'm not okay, but if it's your desire, go ahead. So that takes courage because, the world, the internet and all those things, it's kind of, you do need to be careful, but I know she'll manage. I trust her. She will do it, and she is doing beautifully well because I trust. Now, why can I trust her? Because I trust myself. Number one. Number two, I trust my God. He has taken care of me even during the downfall. So I realized even when I was totally handicapped, internal, external, I was taken care of. I met, and my teachers loved me. Now I know they really love me. Before I used to feel it with sympathy. Now somebody feels, my friend in the college when she said, honey, I never saw you that you're limping. Because then I decided, oh yeah, that breakup gave me one good thing. I'll groom myself so much that there will be 10 guys and I'll reject them all. Not as a pain or something. Because I will have a choice to go for somebody or something. And they would want me in spite of having me as a short height or me having a polio. But I will enhance my other qualities so much that people will hardly see my some part of thing. And then, of course, I told you I loved my leg. I kissed it, loved it. I said, I'm sorry. So I do my ho'oponopono. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I disowned you. And a big surprise. I need to share this. So my polio leg was thinner. If you know polio patient, it was thinner than my right leg. Literally visible difference. If I used to wear shorts or something, I used to not wear it before. Now I do. So it used to be literally hand jaisa thigh or left wala and right wala proper. Now, the moment I started giving love to it, accepted it, adore it, I'm really sorry. They both have become same size. That's a miracle you can say. But love can change anything. I know that now. I know it for sure. Your body listens. Your cells listen. And though I limp, but I dance much more better than other siblings who are normal in their feet wise. But all the eight, you can say, I dance. I mean, I'm not comparing to make them down or something, but I have practiced. So I really feel when I can do it coming from the background where I came from, we all can do it. So it's a hard talk, but it lands up to inspiring talk. It is, they'll say it's not about I'm promoting any course or something, but I really want to all of us who are watching me live recorded, no matter where you are, start loving yourself. Your journey will change for sure. For sure. Believe me, if you need help, I'm there. I'm there. I am helping, there were 3, 4 more people. So love yourself only. I can teach you in the, all of I can guide you, and that's it. That's my story. And I'm sure I'm going to have a very big future, I'm going to reach more people because I want to touch their hearts. It's like, and money will come because I know when you do it passionately, when you do it, they'll say, I don't want to run after the money, but I want money because I deserve that. And before, I never used to feel I deserve anything. But now, universe is on my side. God is on my side. Now, thankfully, being Dada ke saath, Dada is a gem of a person. I must say that. Though I doubted, but my internal thing was saying, honey, no, he's the one. He's only, I didn't have money to pay the fee. But something inside pushed me to go for joining him. And I can see the person he is, visionary. And I need a proper structure. I need a proper guidance. I can speak this, that's the only talent I have. बाकी वो सब करना है भगवान इनके थ्रू कराएंगे. So I'm good to go. Dada, I'm done. Thank you so much for this. Thank you.
All right, so everyone, I think let's thanks Honey for this wonderful heart out session. And so before we go ahead and we ask Honey, I would like all of you guys to one by one tell us what you felt about this, what connected you.
So Honey, I think it was a fantastic journey which you have gone through. What I like the most about you is that you're so positive, and you have learned from being positive and it's helping you, and wonderful smile. I mean, that's one thing I would always tell people, that if you're positive and you're smiling, you can go through the world easily. Let me tell you that. And thank you so much for sharing. Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you for listening. Thank you. It means a lot. Thank you.
Thank you, Pankaji. All right, so who wants to go next? Okay, Nicola ma'am. Okay, for you.
Yes, Honey, first of all, a big kiss and a big hug from here, virtual kiss and virtual. Can change everything, and what a miracle. Your life is a totally miracle, because some things I could relate Amma Bhagwan, because I have seen all miracles in my house also. And really, what a transformation. You are really born with the purpose what you are living, and what a transformational. And I could see that how you have healed yourself when you are telling about your story, like what used to happen. So I could see that so many people which can go along. So all the best.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. So who wants to go next?
Yeah. Myself, B.S. Handa.
Yes, Chief.
हनी जी, मैं आपसे इसलिए बहुत पहले से जानता था, बिकॉज जब मैंने मीटिंग में भी देखा था, आई कुड मुझे पता चल जाता है, आई डोंट नो व्हाई, बिकॉज आई एम ऑन द सेम टर्म्स जो आपके हैं. आई एम क्लोज टू द गॉड, एंड मैं उसका कुर्ता पकड़ लेता हूँ, एंड जो चीज मुझे मांगनी होती है वो रास्ता दिखा देता है. सो दैट इज अ थिंग, दैट इज अ थिंग, यू हैव गॉट इट, एंड यू आर वेरी क्लोज टू द गॉड, and we are lucky that we get whatever we wish to. So that's really wonderful. And the best part is दो तीन चीजें मैंने तो सारी हिस्ट्री लिख ली आपकी. Yeah. So the thing is that is you have to trust yourself and your God. And the second thing is that you have to do it now. Okay. And third thing is you have to enhance your hidden qualities. If one is down, we can come up with something good with others. That and you have to love whatever you want to do it. That is the thing, as you did with your leg and all that. So that's really good. And the thing is, you told in the last that you want to touch many hearts, and I wish that it should happen 100%. Thank you. God bless you.
Much means a lot. And I live and survive only on blessings. So many people are blessing me. I know so many challenges I've gone through, but I'm blessed with a lot of blessings. So I'll never be short of blessings. I'm sure about it. Thank you.
Can we talk, Honey?
Yeah, you can. I mean, will decide. Who is going?
Can you come on video?
Sangeeta.
Yeah, just come on video. Yeah. I'll just spotlight you.
She is my cousin.
Yeah, so you can on the video, turn on the video.
It's on.
It's on. We can't see you. Video is not on, Sangeet.
So
Dimple wants to go. Dimple is
we'll
my.
We'll go one by one. We'll go with Sangeeta, then we'll go with Dimple. Then who wants to go? Just
Dimple wants to go. She's excited.
All right. So Sangeeta, here you go. I can't see you though.
Can you see me now?
Not yet. All right. So shall we get back to you, or you want to be here? So let Dimple talk here. So Dimple, you go now. Next, Sangeeta will just follow up with you. So Dimple, you can unmute yourself.
Yeah, thank you. Hello, Dee.
Hi, Vita.
I can tell you that I could completely connect to it, as you know me so well in and out. Whatever I am today, it's only and only because of your hand holding and teaching. So when you were saying, I was getting emotional. There was so many things are equal. Even I have a problem, and I used to feel rejected, and that things are connecting me so much. And but the one difference is I got, and that inside I felt, okay, we took it in a complaining way and gave up kar diya. And the way you grown, so I want to, as I always tell you, I want to be like you. So this thing I could pick up today, that sitting and keep complaining on things and situations on it, I cannot do anything for this. It's done more than years and years I have wasted on it. Now it's a time to get up and be dedicated to grow and work on your growth and yourself.
You're doing it,
Thank
darling.
you so much. It was really, really nice.
Dimple, you're doing it.
Yeah, but the dedication you have, I'm really heads off to you. The dedication, the patience, the what do you call that inner calling is and then your words itself, nowadays what I'm doing every day morning, your FB lives or your YouTube links, any of them, I just picked one and listen it. Something I'll get insight from that. Last few days back, I got that kids wala, and then I connected I need to give them some activities, or I made a list, and then we started doing it since 3-4 days. That doesn't mean I have completely stopped scolding or getting pissed off on her. But yeah, I really can see where I need to work on myself. Initially, it was only a blame thing because of parent, because of surrounding in-laws. Now I'm understanding that this all things will be there only. So now what you can do out of it and what way out you can get. I'm really, really touched. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
and
darling.
as you told you want to be on the international level, even I want to see you on that international level teaching.
Inshallah. Soon.
Can I talk now? And I can see you there. So,
she's not completed. Thank you, darling. Thank
you so goodbye.
Bye, darling. Take care.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right, so we have Sangeeta next.
Thank you, sir.
Sangeeta, you are on the spotlight. And the guys, if you have spoken, please be on mute so that we don't have your background. Yeah, Sangeeta, over to you.
Hi, Honey. Hi, everyone. And it's very nice hearing to Honey because I know her since young age. I am also facing many, many issues. So I get enlightened and powerful by hearing her, seeing her ways. I've had so much, I also want to be like Honey, grow in my inner growth and everything. Honey, you are an angel, really. You are blessed always and will be blessed. Really. I'm grateful to you for letting me join in all your sessions.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sangeet.
God bless
you. We all
you.
can
Stay
change.
blessed.
I know that for sure. We all can change our life. Thank you.
Thank you, Sangeeta.
Yeah.
All right. So who wants to go next? Just turn on your videos. I'm going to make you spotlight.
नंदा कुमार।
जी, ओके।
मतलब मैं थोड़ा सा स्पीचलेस रहा आपको जर्नी सुनने के बाद में, और इतना ही कह सकता हूँ कि आप एक डिवाइन सोल है, और आपको देखने के बाद में, सुनने के बाद में एक ही मुझे लगता है कि आप इस चीज पे बहुत विश्वास रखते हैं। इफ यू सपोर्ट द वर्ल्ड सेल्फलेसली, वर्ल्ड यूनिवर्स विल सपोर्ट यू एंडलेसली। तो इस पे आप बहुत ही विश्वास करते हैं, और इसी की वजह से आपका जो जर्नी है, जितना भी स्ट्रगल रहा, तो हर स्ट्रगल से आप बाहर आते गए। और शायद मुझे ये लगता है कि ये आपका एटीट्यूड था कि लोगों को मदद करने का। और जैसे कि शुरुआत में अपने को स्ट्रगल तो देता ही है ना भगवान, कि पहले आपको टेस्ट करता है वो कि भाई आप कितने स्ट्रांग है, क्योंकि दूसरों को आप मदद करने जा रहे हो, तो पहले आप तो स्ट्रांग बनो। और इसके लिए शायद ऊपर वाले ने आपको इतने चैलेंजेस दिए होंगे, और उससे आप बाहर आए, ताकि आप लोगों को बता सकते हैं कि इस चैलेंजेस से मैं बाहर आ सकती हूँ, तो आप भी बाहर आ सकते हो। तो ये मुझे लगा। थैंक यू।
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nand Kumar ji.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right, so who wants to go next? Share your thoughts out. Just raise your hand. I'm going to put it there. Anything that you want to talk, it's fine. All right, so we have a rule of 5 seconds, and we don't hear from you, then we go ahead. Okay, so see. All right, so we'll go with Jyoti first, and then we go with Pramod.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Jyoti, over to you.
Okay, hi honey.
Hi dear.
Okay, I think it's lovely listening to you, and oh my God, how many similarities I think the life journey had. I think we will discuss.
Yeah.
And I think your positive attitude and I think the love, whatever you are loving yourself, right? I think you always talk about that. So I mean, very inspirational. And the people whoever was talking about you, I think I'm lucky to connect with you. I think it's like birds of, I mean, plucking together, right? Like
Right.
same channel. So yeah, I think our journey is going to be beautiful.
It's going to be beautiful together for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Stay blessed, okay? Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thanks, Jyoti. And let me just bring in Pramod here. So just let me know who wants to go next after Pramod. Just send a chat. I'm going to put you on.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi.
Thank you so much for sharing your journey, and I really loved your journey. Really inspired from you, and I've noted off few points, although there are many, but I would like to share that how you have faced many challenges, but you have overcome everything, being from ranked one from your college, and facing lots of challenges in every areas, personal life, professional life, financially, and many other things. You have came across so much of things, and you are a very spiritual person, and I believe that you are a very special person, a special soul, and you have a purpose. As you mentioned that you want to inspire millions of people, and I'm sure that you will definitely do, because you have shown throughout your journey what you have done so far. And believe me, if you are like, as Sangeeta ma'am has told, that if you are doing this, then people like me and others are getting more motivation, that if Honey ma'am can do that, why can't we? And I really loved your message that love yourself. And I also saw your video on FB when you were dancing in front of mirror. Loved that. I really loved that. I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing all those things. And believe me, people are getting lots of inspiration from you. Please keep sharing. And best wishes for your mission to inspire millions of lives. And definitely, you're gonna very soon you're gonna be a international trainer. Thank you so much. Best wishes.
Thank you. Thank you, Pramod. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Pramod. And I'll just make Manoj to come on the spotlight. Yeah, Manoj.
Hello, hi, honey. This
Hi.
was really hi. This was really inspiring. A lot of insight of the entire thing that you had depicted. I mean, the way that you had gone through your life with so many ups and downs. But again, with the sheer thought process that you will be finally leading, and then you come out from all those challenges and obstacles. That is really mesmerizing. Awesome and great inspiring story, Aniji. I mean, the way that you had mentioned about your career, about your schooling and college, going from science to maths, and then from IS to so many different dimensions were there, right? And then you came up so beautifully, and then able to tackle things strongly. That's amazing. My best wishes for you, and really seeing you that you will be at the top and doing a lot of things to motivate people, and really great. Thank you very much.
Thank you
Best
so much.
wishes.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Manoj. That was very motivating for us as well. All right. So who wants to go next? See, it's very, what do I say? Painful to ask each one of you guys. So this is an open session. You can share your heart as well. So if you guys are listening and if you're able to hear my voice, I would like you guys to come on video, share us whatever you want to talk about. Just around 30 seconds to 1 minute is also good enough. Actually, there are a lot of people out there, and thank you so much for being consistent. I think last 1.5 hours, most of those people are there. We have a
So
zero
these
exit.
people like Sunil, Isha, Jaswinder, Sushma, and all of my WhatsApp group, and they attend my session. Now they're going to tell me personally on my chat, I'm sure.
All right, so guys, if you're connected to Honey and if you want to share something to the world about, yourself connecting to this entire thing, then please, I would request all of you guys, because you guys are now a family, an extended family of this Dumb Master thing. So you guys can unmute yourself and you can come on a videos. If it's not a videos, you can still talk. You can unmute yourself, and you have all the rights. So, Honey, over to you. How you want to talk to them?
Can we have a number? Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about that. Okay, guys. All right. So we have a rule of 5 seconds, and if no one is talking, then I'm gonna ask my questions to Honey. Is that fine? So I'm gonna wait for 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. So you lost your chance, guys. So let me put myself into spotlight. Ooh, what session! Lot of things I heard. Honey, how do you feel?
I I feel great, honestly. I mean, honestly, I just told you I didn't know what to start. Is there any outcome? I had no plans because I normally don't plan. That is my weakness, you can say, or that is my strength actually. And I could really see since 2 days before, it was coming, change the story, change your life, The way I used to look at my past, the story used to be between my ears. It used to be depressing and sad. Like, why did that happen? Oh my God, it's so dumb. And now when I look at the same story, I change the story. Okay, so there was a reason behind it. So for me to reach here where I am or where I'll be, so that had to happen. So there is a cause, which, I mean, the universe has a big plan for everything. We keep trying for the bits and pieces. Ye kyun, kyun? Arey, bada picture dekho, the big picture you're saying. So when you look at the big picture, everything is like Bhagwan ki Leela, jo bolte Krishna ki. And you need to be actively participating. I didn't like the concept of surrendering to the destiny. I didn't want to be that state पे कि ठीक है भगवान ने चाहा तो ठीक करना तो कर ही कर चुका होता. That was the way I was thinking in satsangs and all. But I feel very good when I'm empowered and I surrender. So like, I feel empowered. I can do something about it. उसके बाद नहीं हुआ, ठीक है. But at least I did it, but I'm not sad about it. In outcomes, I don't focus much. I focus that whatever is in my hands, I want to give my best. And it works normally. Outcome आता ही है, नहीं भी आता हो तो ठीक है, but then I'm happy. In the process, what I understand, you need to be happy. So this also, I was only one on the screen, there is nobody. अब मैं ठीक है बोलो कौन सुन रहा है, जिसको सुनना है सुनो. Like इतना दिल खोल के इतना पूरा story I've never said. Of course, my eyes ka, because my Louise Hay sessions, I do share. And about my laryngitis, I do share. Not about my bachpan ka, about my parents and all, I don't share much because now I have confidence what they went through. Previously, I was blaming. I didn't want to put their names bad. But now I know from which context I'm talking about. It was an immature child was blaming. So yesterday also one case came, my child does not understand. Mani chota hai, samajh jayega. I mean, I used to blame my parent a lot, but now I have so much high regards. I really worship them like a God. After God, my parents are there. Pehle kai ka Bhagwan, kyun mere ko paisa it used to be that. So I feel talking about my parents and being so vulnerable and being okay with it gives me one more booster. It's okay to be yourself and it's okay to be who you are. People will love you the way you are. And that gives me one more reason to be yourself. I don't have to pretend to be loved and accepted. So,
all right. So let me ask you the same question. I want to ask you the same question. After this heart talk, how are you feeling?
How?
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling light, and looking at these people talk about it, the way they have taken it, it means there is some power to heart talk. I always believe mindset sab karate, heart set kaun karwata. I'll do the heart set. That is my the other thing. I want to connect. इतने mindset coaches and I'll connect mindset, heart set सब मिलके more like I focus more of intuitive, more of heart set, and this gave me one more confidence on my own area where I work and the platform you're giving, as I told you. So we have people who talk in our groups, but I was as a leader the way you are. I would like to hear you on out. No, I want to hear you out now. Your heart talk, honestly.
So I think I'll just only tell you this that this all started way back, and I think in Drum Mastery also I shared one of the places that when I didn't have anyone to talk to, I was talking to squirrel, I was talking to some rock, some nonsense, something, okay, and I had no one else to talk to. And I think this is a place where you try talking to somebody who is 9 months older to you, and 13 days after you die, this person is going to die. Exactly, precisely. And this is a person who knows every damn thing of your life. He knows your happiness, naughtiness, sad, in your tears. And he knows all the things, your first crush, your first anger, you throw something to someone, you kick somebody. This gentleman or this person, he wakes up before you wake up, or she wakes up before you wake up, and she's going to sleep, or she might not sleep as well. And I'm talking to this inner self. You believe it or not, when you are alone, only this is the person who knows what you are going through. So I'm not a mindset coach. So I'm just only telling you that this heart talk was designed so that many things are there hidden inside you. Because once you start talking, it's like a tree branch and you do not know which branch you're going to go. There are a lot of things. And these are small, small dots. Because first 10 minutes you can mimic, okay, I'm a speaker, I'm going to talk like that. But after 10 minutes you find, okay, there is no one listening there. It's only me. Then you actually start talking to yourself. Has it happened with you?
I do. That's how I have groomed, talking to myself, connecting to my inner self, getting the answers. Logically, sahi bhi nahi lagta, but heart will say, no, do it. And then result dekha jayega. Just do it.
This is what I was talking about. In this busy day, we are all friends with so many people, okay? And you might get thousands of birthday wishes and all these wishes. And the very second day, after they have pressed the button, the celebration is over. That's it. And this is what is happening right now, that we have got so many fans and followers and so-called friends, but there is no one to talk to. Fortunate or unfortunate, this is the urban life that we are going ahead, so-called the digital life, the virtual digital life. But at least we are trying to create this kind of connectivity, this kind of family. That's why in Dharma Mastery, we call ourselves as brothers and sisters. And this is something that I have stolen from the healthcare system, because I've spent a huge amount of time on the healthcare. That is the only place we call people as brothers and sisters. Why not we can do it in our corporates? Why cannot do it in our organizations and in our family as well? So I started all these things. But this is one place where you start understanding what was there. Those holding things is something that you need to dump somewhere. There is no ground. And you carry on those past experiences and memories and all these things. You need to spell out somewhere. You need to let go. Somewhere there has to be a place. And this is for the speaker I'm talking about. And I'm going to emphasize on the people who are on the audiences as well. So here, after 5 or 10 minutes, probably or 20 minutes, technically you speak to your subconscious mind. Because the way the flow goes, and you have no scripts. You're talking from your heart, you're smiling, you're laughing, you're angry, somewhere you're naughty. You can see those emotional changes that happens inside you. And that's the time you talk from the truth. And truth is something which is very, very difficult in nowadays, because we try to hide from our own selves also. We lie, even though we know what is the truth. The next thing is probably this is a concept, because once you start talking, your idea flows from different directions, and you have no idea that where is this idea going to take you. You might get spark. Acha, ye bhi hua tha mere saath, right? I can think about this guy told me that time, and all these things comes out. Comes out with multiple emotions you might not be able to see, but these are all captured. So when you go back, this is live on YouTube as well. You can go back, you can rewatch. And what will happen, honey, after 5 years? Not 5 years. I don't think so far. Let's say after 1 year, the way you are growing with all the blessings, what will happen after 1 year? You come back to the same recording and you watch your own video. Now tell me how you feel.
I'm really feeling, I used to get inspired by people on the stage, like a Gana, I don't know, it was not that popular. Dance movie का मंदाकिनी, and I used to be always attracted to dance. करने नहीं मिलता था ना, तो मुझे और attraction होता था. तो उसी मंदाकिनी का गाना है कि कुछ तो करके दिखलाएंगे, ये करिश्मे कर जाएंगे, कर सकाना कोई जो यहाँ. Romeo, like he tells to me sometimes. So that song really hit me like anything. कुछ तो करेंगे, क्या करना था? I had no idea. I had no clue. शायद engineer बन के करना था. Thank God I did not become engineer. Now I feel it. I could not be with the machine. I'm like a hard person. So definitely when I see that, when I see now my past, I feel, wow, that's a great journey to admire. So definitely after a year, I'm going to be, that 2015 में online की बात की थी, अब आ ही रहे. Maybe with the 5-10 people का group 20, it will scale up, I'm sure. I mean, like, it's going to be, I don't know where, but I'm going to be really happy that God has been kind to me to give me beautiful, lovely people in my life. Honestly, lovely support, right guidance. Those cheaters have come and they have gone. That's okay. I mean, I don't mind it. I learned some lessons. That's okay. So I don't hold on to it. पहले रोती रहती थी. Why me? Oh my God. अब नहीं. करो cheating कितना ले जाओगे?
Go ahead.
So I will be. I'll feel great when I see this. Like I've already seen my vision and people had blessed me already. And next year I will be there. I mean, I feel that if it's getting recorded. This is going to inspire me to go ahead, honey. Go. You can do it.
Absolutely.
And people need you. I really feel so many people are struggling to accept themselves. They might achieve what they have to, because the other day there was a builder guy, okay? So he was like, honey, just tell me in 2 minutes how to hold my anger. And if 2 minutes में मैं क्या समझाऊँ? मतलब anger, so you come, बहुत भाषण मत दे. 2 मिनट में क्या करूँ? पानी पियो, सांस लो, चुप करके बैठ जाओ. Well, those big shot people also, they know that ultimately how is she calm and peaceful? She's gone through so much and then she's always smiling and all that. हमको भी सीखना, like we miss on the targets, we miss on the deals, चिल्ला देते हैं, फिर बॉस जो ऑफिसर्स लोगों के साथ भी ऐसी बात कर देते हैं. So then he came for the guidance properly also कि ऐसे करना, whatever. So तात्पर्य है, it's need for everyone. It's not about only few people or victim. First I thought I might have only handicapped community को करूँ uplift because they really feel bad. I mean, I know how I went through as a child. Totally feeling so helpless. Handicapped into that था, पर mind में इतना सारा था. So then when I see that Nick Johansi, he had no limbs, no legs, no hands, he's chilling. And that inspires me to the core. I feel when he can, why not me? So I wanted, मुझे भी ऐसा बनना, मुझे देख के हनी जैसा कैसे नहीं बनना. And then I have few people already. So it was a good sign. But I tell them, you all are unique. We all have the uniqueness which we can shine on. So we will.
Amazing. I think we have got a lot of wishes coming for you, honey, for your wonderful future.
All those are watching, just speak your heart out, at least to yourself. And if you're courageous enough and we have opportunity here to share, please join in. Do let me know. I'll be assisting you to be on this platform. And believe me, it is so lightening. You feel really light. You really feel all the more inspiring when you really look at your own story. Bits and pieces, but when it flows, you feel not bad. There is something you've done. And each one of us has achieved something for sure. Even if not in any outer world, but somewhere or the other, we are growing. We just can't live if you're not growing. So do share your heart out. Connect to your heart. Don't hide yourself from yourself. That's a message to everyone.